New video. Gotta find a new video now. Okay, let's see here. All right. Mom says she physically disciplined son with a vacuum cleaner. Nothing in this world can be more interesting than that. I'm being dead serious for once. Alright, let's see here. So far by the title we can already tell that this could somewhat lead to child abuse.
Kyrie's disrespectful times 10. The names he's called me, the things he's said, just disgrace.
I'm sorry I'm stopping so early, but names he's called you, things he said. Did he also like stab you there, or? I'm so confused. Did he stab you? I'm calling it out early. He stabbed her. I'm calling it out early.
I've called Kyrie a deadbeat. I've did a roundhouse karate kick in Kyrie's chest, punched him, beat him with a vacuum once. He treats me like I'm a piece of paper underneath his foot.
Okay, so far you've said that he's only called you names. And then you beat the crap out of him. I don't really see how that... That's kind of how it is in like South Africa in a way. Like that's the way mothers would discipline their children. You know, with a wooden spoon. Some of you might know the plakkies. Leather belt. Whatever's just around the South African mother, she will use to moor you.
My mom is loving, God-fearing, but can be vindictive, cold-hearted, abusive. When my mother's upset, she turns into like a mad woman, crazy. One of the biggest problems that my mother and I have faced came from her not being able to understand how to raise a male without a father figure. My mom has troubles and problems with impulse control and anger. One of the most hurtful things that
I'm sorry, but this is not the first time noticing this. This entire video is just going to be about me noticing things, isn't it? I'd like to know what's there, because it looks like you have a second little pupil over there. And this is not the only shot I've seen it in. I've seen it every single time I've seen you in a shot. It looks like you had like a second pupil. Is that also going to be part of the story? I just want to know.
Said to me out of anger was I would end up like my father, dead in the grave. The minute you're not agreeing with whatever she feels or believes, it just turned. It wasn't always just verbal anger. She could whoop us, and whatever we did didn't even cause for a whooping. Whooping would be because of bad grades, fighting. One of the reasons she said was because I looked like my father. Some of the things she's used to discipline us could be...
a lot of this is from the father figure that left, clearly. I get it. Okay, a father leaving a household when there were kids involved already, that's a lot of damage. And there's no coming back from that, really. But also hating your kids or something like that, just because they look a lot like the father figure, is also... That's really messed up, actually. Damn.
Her hand, my belt.
Okay, I'm being dead honest. There was something. There is... Go back. Go back. Look! Just look! Why? Do you have... This man's got the forehead of Squidward. He has the Squidward forehead.
Like my father. Some of the things she's used to discipline us could be her hand and my belt, and the worst would be the extension cord. I want Dr. Phil to show my mom how to be accountable for all the hurt she's caused us. My family's dynamic is completely broken.
Kiara and Kyrie, they say they've been abused or mistreated. I tell them to tell me how.
Between the ages of 10 and 17, Teresa It definitely abused me. Beating me in front of people, pushing me, shoving me.
I remember getting disciplined with an extension cord where she hit me from moving. It hit me like right here in my arm and it left a little nick. She called the police.
Okay. I'm not thinking this is like, you know, the kid's fault anymore. Because most of these people who go on Dr. Phil, it's normally always the parents' fault in a way. Because they either all their actions somehow gets involved in the kid's life, and then they would learn it on, you know, but just the way she just chooses to discipline them is actually a form of abuse. It really is.
When the cops came to do the report, he saw my belt on my arm and he booked her.
If she cooked dinner and we didn't leave her some, she would start yelling, screaming. Whoever's around, you'll get the first lick.
When I hear my children say they've been abused, I laugh because I tell them that abused children, most of them are dead or in a foster home. And I say, where are you? You're not in the graveyard. I could have done them way worse.
Oh, so she's kind of admitting that you could have done way worse. She's basically just saying that she was holding back. Oh my lord. I cannot begin unpacking this one. Jesus Christ. So she's basically saying that you're not being abused because number one, you're not dead. Number two, you're not in a foster home. I wouldn't be surprised if there was one that might have been dead and they never figured out about it. I wouldn't be surprised.
It has called me poor, fat, ugly, lesbian, hairy.
What's wrong with being called a lesbian? I'm sorry. I know because you're probably straight, right? Oh look, what the hell did I pause it on? You're probably straight, but you know what? Never mind. Let's cut that one out.
I need to look at myself in the mirror and think maybe she's right. Maybe I am fat. Maybe I am ugly. If my own mother could say this, then it must be true.
I can remember when I was about 12 or 13, I got my ears pierced. I just remember her just, you know, smacking me like in the face. I grabbed her wrist. She called the police. They were like, well, you're getting booked. I was like, for what? You strangled her. You put your hands around her neck.
Excuse me? Sorry, coffee? Well, my lieve yell. So you grab her by the wrist because she slapped you for the face. So you grab her by the wrist like any sane person would do. And she calls the cops again. And she lied saying that you strangled her. I'm sorry, but some people aren't supposed to be mothers. Really, some people just don't deserve to be a mother.
Definitely did not do that.
Teresa will always apologize, but it's never sincere.
She said, I would never, ever do anything to hurt my own children. They're my seed.
Liar. Liegbeek. Liegbeek.
The two of you tell a different story.
See how she just punched her hand
Well,
a little while ago?
She has.
That's how you would get knocked in your
Dr.
head.
Phil, that's partly because they're like bread and butter. Even though I didn't have Kiara and Kyrie as twins, they operate as evil twins. You know, it's why I refer to.
Are you damn serious? I still want to know what happened here. Because it looks like a really bad scar. Was it a motorbike accident? Did someone try killing you at some point? I wouldn't be surprised, actually. Now at this point, I wouldn't be surprised.
To them as Chucky and his bride, because they look past their wrong, and I stand as their mother and authority figure, and they could care less.
She's always kept us reminded about all the bad things we've done, we've said. The biggest thing was wanting her to take accountability for things that she's done.
Do you have eye contacts in or something? Like, I'm sorry, okay, but I cannot, I can't ignore this anymore, really.
That's been the
Such as?
saying that I'll end up like my father dead in the grave.
And
to
I
this
said
day,
that why?
been
Because
said.
I've always tried to tell you, son, I've always tried to make sure that it was two things you stayed out of, prison and the grave.
But you actually put him in jail.
I did.
Sure did, exactly.
What the hell and damn? So she wants him to stay out of jail, and then she proceeds to put him in jail. Oh my god. How does this make sense? There's something else going in that woman's head, and I don't even know.
He put his hands on me, Dr. Phil. He put his hands on me, he hit me, and at the end of the day, it was either two things. I could have killed him then and been in prison myself, or I let the law deal with it, and that's what happened.
Didn't she, like, somewhere at the beginning say if you were abused you would be dead? And she just said, oh, I could have killed him. Yeah.
She had a choice where she was either going to kill you or call the police. I would rather her call the police.
Yeah, because
obviously those aren't the only two
yeah,
choices.
Yeah, he wouldn't be here right now.
Understandable. I
If
mean,
in her mind, if in her mind,
he definitely would not be sitting here right now.
Let's see that again. Let's see that again. Oh, okay. Ignore all these. Just